tip. Oh, there we are.
Yeah. Let's move this over here.
Hello.
Okay, so this is you and me sitting in our balcony. We're going to re-watch the first Lunch with Jenna that we did February 20th this year, 2019. So this is a little bit neither of us have watched it since then really, maybe once or twice. We've done a lot of work since, but this would be the first time that we've sat down and really sort of picked it apart, I guess, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
This person over here is Nikki Allen. I left the your title here as the standard because throw a dart at what title you want to use. Maybe the audience wants to pick a title for us. Titles. Anyway, this is a collaboration. If anyone out there is watching, we are broadcasting to YouTube on my channel, which is Nikki Allen Productions. I am trying to monitor that. If anyone's there and they want to chat, you can. Otherwise, you can tweet us at just the handle, Allen Productions. So all over this. Right. So.
But even if no one's watching, part of the process of what Michael has to do as part of his PhD is to be able to deconstruct what happened in the room and how it all happened. And so the easiest way for us to do that is to watch it, talk through it. We figure we might as well live stream it as well.
This is like director's commentary.
Yeah.
Watch it, we're going to talk about it.
And then it's easy for Michael to go back later and capture what he needs to. We can talk freely. Other people can contribute if they're online, and if they're not, then we absolutely can still use all of this as a part of the PhD.
So, this show, what should we start with talking about before this show? This show was the first time we'd ever done it. I remember it was the catalyst for a breakdown.
A few breakdowns.
Because it didn't fucking work. Technical difficulties, seconds before we went live, meant that the live stream component didn't go out. What we're showing today is a recording of what would have been live streamed out.
We did, however, have we did have a live audience that had never seen it, had no idea what to expect, and to be honest, although we had a journey we were going on within the script, and we kind of knew where things were going to happen, we didn't know how our audience would respond live in the room to everything. So yeah, it was really, really experimental and cutting edge, and all relied on this technology, which failed at the last minute. However, Mick managed to rescue it on the night and live stream it to a YouTube channel which captured it. So we're pretty lucky in the end.
So we started with the principle that we wanted to make a piece of live theatre that was conventionally recognisable as a piece of theatre with a live audience and an actor and a performance and an empty space. That principle. We wanted to live stream that, but everything that we'd come across so up to this point, everything we'd come up to we discovered that was being live streamed for theatre up to this point was essentially broadcasting what other people were doing on a stage. We'd done our sort of chase the film, we did a play and we just captured it from the back of the room. Now you can do some editing, you can do editing on the fly, when you're live streaming. Most other live streaming theatre is pre-recorded and then post-produced and edited.
Yep.
So what we wanted to do was create a piece of live theatre with that live audience in the room feeling, but also make that distance, not that it was broadcast at you, but that you were immersed into the performance as close as you possibly could be through the screen.
And to get to this point, we've done about 12 months worth of on the floor, in the room, workshopping. So 3 actors and Michael as, world creator really in this particular case. So we did try lots and lots and lots of different ways to connect with our audience online. We experimented with camera usage and how we could transport performers into different parts of the world, even though they were sitting right next to each other in the room with you. We looked and studied all the social mediums that allow you to connect with other people in order to try and understand what was important to people in this digital world and what people were drawn to.
Well, it was
It's a long process to get to this one performance, is what I mean. Yeah, go.
It's hard to tell a story of what it's like to live online and then put it in a conventional film. That's the thing. As soon as, so much stuff, isn't there? Is that as soon as there's 2 characters talking, as if they're being watched voyeuristically in a traditional cinema film kind of structure, you may as well be making a film because the audience is just watching, not there and part of it. Even if you're in the theatre, you're still not allowed to be a part of it because you have to be quiet, you have to watch. But when you're live streaming, it's all direct addressed to the camera. So the relationship with the person at the other end of the camera direct, even though there is an ambiguous and sort of blank face, there's an audience of 1,000 people in the opposite can't see who the lights are out. Still this sort of aggregate group of people out there, but live streaming you have to talk to the camera, which means you have to talk to you, whoever's watching at the other end. So, as soon as we talk to each other and we ignore them,
Then you guys are left out.
Social media, by definition, is a form where you have to input to be a part of it. You have to put something into it. You have to input your identity and profile. You have to put information into the system. You have to activate it and make it work.
You have to understand it.
By sending things and liking things and communicating with people. Then you have to learn how to communicate in language that's appropriate for that platform. Then you have to, and then that might change from platform to platform. So that's
deep. You know,
if you're going to watch something online, if you're going to be entertained to watch something online, you're on a platform that by definition is asking you to be involved. So that's why.
Not that we don't like watching things, but if it's live, then it should be acknowledging that you're there.
And one of the things that came from one of the feeds, I remember one of the workshops we did when we were doing, I can't even remember what we were doing, but we were doing a workshop on the floor in the studio, but it was more about us working scene or whatever it was.
We were doing a little piece of movement theatre, I
There was
think.
a comment in the chat
Physical
thread
theatre.
that said, why aren't you talking to us? That's what this forum's all about. Like, that's why we're here. So we realised we have to talk to the audience. Like, we have to include them in the story, in whatever narrative. They have to,
But the mystery, but that just unfolded yet another mystery because we did try and talk to them and they wouldn't talk back. And then we realised that missing link that Mick was just talking about is that you can't, if you're going live, then you know that people are there. And so ignoring the fact that they're there doesn't make them want to communicate with you. And sometimes it's the simplest things like misplacing something. They feel like they're in the room with you and they're just hanging out with you, so they feel like they can go, oh, they're on the table near the bananas, and you go, oh, thank you. It's that actual real kind of human interaction with genuine things that have meaning to people, that are simple but have meaning to people, that actually really create that sense of engagement in that liveness. And everybody online understands that there's a really weird mix of being your most authentic self online, because you have permission then to be, you're online, you're not there in person, they can't call you out. You can doctor your photos and manufacture the image you want. You can explore areas of life that are not something you're interested in, but not something brave enough to do in real life. You can, it's so in some ways going live brings out and communicating online brings out the most authentic side of people. But generally, we all kind of acknowledge, I mean, some people might be a little deluded, but, the fact is that it doesn't, yes, we might be live and online right now, but we're still presenting a certain persona, certain characteristics that affiliate with that kind of connection with people, etc., etc. So even though this is me and I'm sitting here talking to you and I'm not trying to authenticate anything, I'm definitely probably not my most authentic self right now, because I'm so aware that I'm communicating with someone, so I want to present and I want to come across, you know what I mean? And so
you're presenting to someone who might not actually be there.
Yeah.
That's why it's part conversation with us and part conversation with you.
Yeah, so it is a really complicated thing. But at the bottom of it all is that communication, authentic, being authentic, communicating, being open, being empathetic and being brave are all things that onliners really connect with, or being enraged by something. And so we learnt that one pretty early on, and then we started trying to sort of pull narratives out of that, but they were all really stereotyped and really because we hadn't really started exploring all of those online worlds ourselves very heavily at this stage. Once we started to, we
had to build characters that were recognisable of the world.
Yeah, and we all kind of started doing that gradually.
That's that active process of trying of observing behaviour and then trying to replicate and understand. That's the active process. But in order to
so we started kind of really broad, and then these characters narrowed and came in, and then once we had those characters locked down, or we thought we had them locked down by this point, we had to put them online, and we had to put them online as avatars and let them live a bit, so that we could really finally develop them, because that's where they have to be performed. That's where they're going to interact with everyone. So finding their real core of who those people were was what the next step was about, and it was that step that probably pushed the actors more than we kind of bargained for. Can I say? So yeah, I think at least two of us had, 2 out of the 3 of us had moments of real and honest, just overload, meltdown. Because it really pushed you into a place where you had to put yourself out there publicly all the time and take selfies, and you had to monitor this online world. And it's, in particular with Insta, it's like a game, and it is addictive in many ways. And there's the serotonin, there's the the woo happy vibes. And then there's and then you've also got the followers and the building and the comments and all that sort of stuff. And it can be quite addictive. So I think every one of us, all 3 of us, in my opinion, from observing the other 2 as well, found our usage and our time online suddenly increasing, and our interest in taking photos of ourselves increasing, and that forces you to look at yourself and look at what you're doing and go, who the fuck am I anymore? And I think we all kind of got to little points of that. And then we dropped into the script and we settled into those characters, and rehearsals were easy. We didn't really glitch much. And if we somewhere glitched, then we found our way back and we were really comfortable. By the time we got ready to do the show, yes, we were all shit scared because we'd put a whole year into it and all that sort of stuff. But I can only speak for myself in terms of saying that, yeah, I was really nervous and really, whoa, because it was live and all that sort of stuff. But I was also more excited than, I had been for a really long time about this show because it was so thrilling and unknown. And there's something about that whole feel the fear and fuck it, do it anyway, that was really thrilling. So, yeah, that gets us to the night of the show in terms of how the actors went. In terms of where Mick was at, there's all text shit.
So, in terms of theatrical structure, the single biggest thing that shifts from the normal way that you think about putting a show on, right? Everything on live, because everything live streamed or online or whatever, YouTube or whatever, is direct versus the camera. It therefore has some sort of confessional aspect to it, which taps into ideas of gossip and personality. So that was one observation. And certainly, if social media is a platform where you have to input stuff in order to project your identity, it becomes something you can craft an identity. Every post you put out adds to that internet social media mask that you wear, that you project to the world. So, people are buying into, or audience that are buying into that journey of a performed, and we ended up on this phrase. I got to look up whether anyone's used it before because I'm going to claim it if they haven't. The idea of performed authenticity is that viewers respond to an authentic performance. They never responded to us when we were performing and being actors in workshop. Serious work that goes on.
Okay, I'm in trouble.
No. They weren't interested in that. What they were interested in were things like when we cook, or just chat, or jam.
How long have we known each other? How did we meet?
Sit around the table. So it was always
how we
personal. And obviously you've got to answer that because they're asking you a question. They are asking you something that's personal, but you've got to perform something. You've got to, it's got to be authentic with your answer, but maybe you don't want to be completely honest about all your answers.
But none of us know how we met, because,
publicly, because it is a public forum, so you sort of perform a little bit. You perform your authenticity.
Improvised authenticity as well. Improvised performed authenticity.
So we've got the nature of the script writing process moves away from two people talking to me, talking to you, the camera. That makes you essentially a character, which also introduces an improvisational aspect to it, because I don't know what the fuck you're going to do.
Or say,
or ask.
Or send me.
Or do anything. So there's an improvise. So that's awesome. That's pretty dynamic. But then how do we still maintain a sense of narrative and story structure and create a piece of that is a piece that sits the show, the play.
Finding the arc.
So how do you maintain
but the arc wasn't the same as normal.
So the arc, and that's the other thing. You can't have a beginning, middle, and end. Well, you kind of do, but you can't have an end.
Online doesn't.
Where it's a neat happily ever after. Well, maybe you can. We haven't really
tried it, but it's kind of.
We found we struggled to do that because it kind of made that authenticity fake. It broke that illusion of the authenticity.
If it didn't naturally come up roses, then it didn't come up roses, and that's how we end it.
So we had to find a way to do that. Anyway, they are some of the big structural differences in how to think about it, because regardless of whether you're performing in a round think of a Shakespeare soliloquy where Hamlet comes out and he talks to the audience and, says, and he asks himself those rhetorical questions and it's as if he's talking to the audience, but he's not talking to the audience. It's kind of like that, except that the audience are allowed to and are invited to and expect to be able to talk back to you.
However, even like we actually went to see Hamlet while we were in the UK, and at the Globe, and during the soliloquy, Hamlet, who was played by a woman, Hamlet, actually allowed the kids in the audience. That is the spot where she allowed the kids in the audience to respond. And no, they didn't know the play; they were quite young. And but they got her. They really got that moment. They got what Hamlet was going through, and so they were answering back, going, "Yeah, go ahead." And then Hamlet would respond like, "But isn't it like?" And it was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. And in that moment, a flock of doves came along, and she utilised that within it as well. So this moment of soliloquy that was, that so many people see as being this, ultimate singular moment on this singular soul, actually became a conversation with the audience that the actor knows is there. And she shared that private thought process with her audience. And what happened after that was that the intensity of love and admiration and care and empathy and friendship and whatever it was that they'd connected with in that moment then drove the rest of the play. It was the fact that Hamlet connected with them and shared these private thoughts with them because he knew they were there. And that was, that's another really strong thing in what we're doing. So it's amazing.
But we're in. So remember when we used to do I don't know if you remember, but I remember when we did actor training. When the Adelaide College of the Arts taught under David Kendall, RIP.
And Peter Dunn.
Yeah, condolences. And Peter Dunn, no condolences to Pete yet.
Only for being pains in the ass. But yeah.
But I remember, we were working through the Laban technique and the Malmgren technique.
Mouthful, isn't it? Like chewing gum.
And it's all about the objective and the subjective, so there's Stanislavski stuff in there. It's all geared and it's outwardly directed. And the question, I remember that it was like a theoretical question that David always had about the soliloquy.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Because if your action is to get or to make someone else do something, and you're talking to yourself in a soliloquy,
then
who are you talking to?
Then exactly what are you trying to get?
Are you talking to yourself? Is it all rhetorical? Or are you genuinely asking the audience? So that's why the soliloquy always stood out. That's why it's the thing that actors love to do.
And people tend to be on one side of the fence or the other.
But the thing is, the soliloquy is a standalone moment in a narrative.
It is.
It stands out and apart.
It's like an aside of the narrative. If you don't know what an aside is...
But in this format, assume that they do.
I'm going to assume.
But in this format, the whole play... It's not an aside. It is the whole
Nothing
play.
is aside.
Nothing is an
because
aside.
Everything is out.
And
everything is. We openly share.
Is that we did invert that ratio a little bit, where maybe 90% is the narrative that lives in this universe that you watch through a window, and 10% is this weird moment of a soliloquy that breaks all the conventions and is. This probably inverts it. 90% of it is a soliloquy to the audience that can and expects to be able to, even if they don't, talk directly back to you while you're talking to it. And what we found is that we had the 10%, was this fantasy world because we had the flashback scene.
Yeah.
So we still were able to create a fantasy flashback scene.
A piece of theatre.
A piece of theatre.
And we'll talk about that more later.
But that ratio is flipped. And so it becomes the standard. That piece of theatre becomes the standout moment. Rather than the soliloquy. And that and the fact that even in the soliloquy in Shakespeare, the audience can't talk back.
No, they can if you let them.
But
you have to
they
invite
can't influence the next line.
No. No.
But
No.
that changes here because the audience can influence the next line.
Yeah.
And so the process of writing becomes almost like writing benchmarks for long form improvisation, bullet points for long form improvisation.
Targets you have to hit.
The narrative of the play goes like this. You have to get back to saying this line, which triggers this journey.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
that's the structure. But can I also then add to the people that might be listening, and just for clarification anyway, there was a script. We had a script. We had dialogue and lines. However, at any moment, at any stage, they could be interrupted. Audience might join in online or in life and in real life, and so yeah, there were moments where audience didn't think that it was. Well, I don't think they thought a lot of it was scripted. They thought we knew we had to get all the points we had to get to, but all the actual conversation was kind of really raw and in the moment. But it wasn't. All of that conversation, and we'll talk you through this when we get to watching it in a minute. But finally, after we talk non-stop, but it's important. But anyway, yeah, so we had all that scripted stuff, but then there were also lots of other inputs. So Mick is saying is that yes, you do have dialogue, you do have script, you do have a crafted story, but you cannot control how it's going to get there. It is your job to use the energy coming towards you and channel it and, fluidly work it back towards everything else. So, in true acting craft, you don't say no. You take pretty much every offer you get and you work with it because you're an actor and you're good at your shit. You know
the
what I
other
mean?
thing is, if you block and if you reject, you're obviously saying to that audience, you're somehow live censoring.
Yeah.
And if you like, and you kind of go to a point, otherwise you'll go off the rails. But at the same time, if you do it too much, you alienate the audience again.
Yeah, and look, I'm sorry if your audience asks you an uncomfortable question, but you know what? Like, there is nothing wrong with being human and sharing something, in its more rawest form to you as well. So, I think if you're not prepared to do that as your to let your character go to those places where he or she can, or they can, work that fluidly with what they're presented and feel okay with being really open about whether it's shit or whether it's fantastic or whether it's sexy or whether it's hysterical or abusive, whatever it is, to actually go, I just had this happen. And share. I mean, there's nothing more generous and connecting than sharing, than being someone who openly shares and gives and responds to being given to as well. So making that connection is really important. I am rambling now.
Yeah,
Should we run?
Yep.
Oh no, is there anything else? Oh, when I said tech shit before, sorry, I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I meant that while the actors were running all this, the director couldn't pay any more mind to this. Within a week of the show, Michael was busy trying to make everything work, make cameras that are old, try and work again. There was no budget at all. The actors bought whatever materials they needed. Mick tried to supply everything he could. Our wonderful friend Tim Rogers, DJ Slippy, lent us a shitload of sound equipment, and still we were operating on old systems and oily rags, but we found a way. And every rehearsal.
Shout out to Max Kowalik,
shout out
Jasmine Waters,
the
other two actors in the play.
We did everything we could to every rehearsal. It worked, but on the day.
Through thick and thin, really.
So while we were actually prepping ourselves, we formed a very strong ensemble that had to work together real hard, and for long hours we were spending whole days together, and that's a huge ask. It was also all filmed in our house. So our house was our workplace, was all those other things. It was cray, totally cray. But in the end, it's a pretty huge beast to have tackled with so little resources.
There's lots of things
and Mick was managing all of that. So you've got the rundown pretty much of everything. The actors are looking after themselves and each other. Mick's looking after everything else. Everyone's stressed, but everyone's positive. However, everything just failed, and we go ahead with the show anyway. And this is kind of how it all rolled.
All right, so here we go.
You're the Twitter dude.
While the thing's running, we're gonna go. I'll be right back.
Okay, so what we're looking at the moment is so when you go to Twitch, the steps are off on the stream.
Maybe we should do a bit of a live. Can we do a live? We're just experiencing. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get on lunch with Jenna, and we'll do a live right now. No, lunch with Jenna is gonna do a live. So you're just gonna have to. So we're gonna go like this. And I think because I'm an administrator, I think I should be able to just. Oh, Facebook. We'll go Facebook. Lunch with
Okay, that's it.
And then how do we go? How do we go live? That's not what we want.
Go more. Go cancel. Go. Are we back? That's all right. How do we go live? Oh my god, we don't know what to do with that technologies.
We'll just do it on mine. We'll just go live on mine. So, we're ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go. Starting live video. Hi! Hello Facebook, how you going? We're the cast of Lunch with Jenna episode 27. Who the hell is Samantha Dean? Now we're just checking in with you guys live on Facebook just to let you know that we're experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment, which is what happens with any kind of live theatre. Absolutely. We are working very hard to get back online very soon. We've got our best tech guy on it in the world. He's working very hard. So we will be with you shortly.
Stick with us.
Yes, stick with us. We're getting there. All right. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye.
Lovely.
Okay, got it.
Don't drop it on I've got insurance.
It's all right. Don't drop. Oh God, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I'm joking.
All right.
It's all right.
Don't. I can't hear with the pressure.
So,
Thank you.
We're back on track.
All right.
When all else fails, go live.
Hello.
You.
It's like,
All right.
let's. We're all going. We're good.
Sorry about that really loud.
How good are we at the Facebook Live?
We used to panic.
We used to hate Facebook Lives. It's like,
And now we're all like,
hi.
we've done our bit.
We're ready to go. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
So we're missing
Yes.
some of our audience, but that's okay. They'll come
That's
back.
okay. All good. We'll see you soon. See you soon.
So we're about to start the show. think it really requires a lot of work.
Hey, and welcome back.
But it also,
Hi, you're at lunch with Jenna. If you just
yeah,
tuned in,
sorry about the
then you need to like and you need to subscribe. You can subscribe to At Lunch with Jenna. You can also contact me. I am Jenna Britton, and you can contact me on Jenna Britton75
So here we
and
go.
DM me. I like photos. I like photos of food. I especially love good food, good wine, and very good company, which brings me to my good friend Lockie.
Yes, I am Lockie, or Low2366, and it is a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So this is episode 27. Episode 27. Oh my god.
How time flies?
I know.
It's been, seems like a very long time, but it's
It is my kitchen, but it's not.
It's pretty long in this.
Yeah.
6 months worth of streaming. It's pretty impressive.
yeah, I'm impressed about what we've done so far.
I know.
And this is an especially special
This is
episode
Mac.
because it's usually just us here sitting in a kitchen, but this time we
And
have a
Mac's
live
working.
audience
Oh my
in.
God.
We've
Yes.
pulled people
Oh
off
my
there,
God.
and here they are. Hello.
So you
Maybe it's a bit of a
contacted
troll,
me
but
a
more
lot
in a
and asked me
shit-stirring
to
kind
bring
of
a group of
way.
strangers into my house. So I randomly picked 10 of them, and they're all here tonight. So I've
He's
got
a
my
bad
faceless followers
bystander.
sitting in the audience. Gorgeous.
And they and they have faces and lovely faces.
Actually,
they
they do, especially him. I'm single, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, this episode is pretty special, and I've entitled it. I have titled it. Who the hell is Samantha?
This is all scripted.
I know. I spilled tea a little bit
Scripted,
before the
but-
show
Yeah,
started.
but
It's
warning
not.
something
But
like
I
it's
that.
did.
still being
So
like-
Sam is usually our third member that has lunch with us, but I don't know where she is. I
It's
think
not
she's running late.
Shakespeare.
It's all good.
It's not.
But I know she'll be here eventually.
She will.
That was the other thing. We found a
She-
certain
Anyway,
it was too
but the
scripted
thing is
and
that
too regimented.
it's kind of
stuck to
good
that
that
script.
she's not here
It
right now
started to
because
get
it
into
gives
that
me a chance
false
to have a chat to some of you about
So we had
like
to
a
maintain
thing
that
that happened
balance
last
between
week.
having a script and
yeah.
things you've got to say.
Anyway, I won't talk about the thing because the thing is. Yeah.
We'll
Anyway,
build the suspense, right?
basically, something happened last week, and we've got like a schism in our relationship.
Bit of a rift in the group, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like it just made me like. We went out, we had this awesome night, and then at the end of the night, everything went pear-shaped.
So Max and I, well, his character and I,
haven't been
are having a discussion about a weird thing that happened with a good friend of ours, Samantha Dean, who also streams with us.
And you don't even know if it's fixable.
We've
and-
had an altercation, a weird thing happen,
and, so I
and I don't know how I
Anyway,
feel about
can
it.
You tweet me. What
His
you
character
think,
is
about how to deal with
playing
the
it
situation.
as if
So
he's never heard
you
any
can-
of this
you can give
before,
me a
and
tweet
it's all
at the
a bit,
hashtag lunch with Jenna.
I'm interested
but I'm
to
thinking
hear what
while you guys
happens.
are all
sort of
chatting
thing.
in, oh,
And
hi,
Jenna's
gorgeous.
basically
Hi, Harry.
saying, look,
I
I
know
don't
you're
want
always
to.
here. I love you too.
I really want to talk to
Anyway,
her about it
so while
today.
you're
I don't
doing
want to
that,
talk about it without her.
Open up the live discussion.
Um,
yes,
Can I
and
do
I'll
that?
keep on.
And introducing the idea of the whole episode,
So-
pre-setting all of
Yes,
those
you're in
ideas.
now.
Yeah,
We've
I'm
got
going
the
into
camera
the
right
audience.
on you.
I'm just gonna
While she's
sit,
in the
like,
audience, she's going to have,
here's
like,
my
she's
butt,
basically
camera.
going to talk to him
I told
because
you I'm
Sam's
single.
running late.
Anyway,
And she's trying to fill for the beginning of the show to wait for Sam. So she goes into the audience and starts investigating, like talking to them and basically saying, have you ever had something like this happen where you've had a friendship and there's been something horrifying happen and you just don't know if you can bridge that gap? And how did you fix it and what did you do?
I don't know anymore.
So,
I don't even know how to
yeah.
talk to her about it. Well, live.
Screen
But
behind
yeah, I
his
just,
fault.
I don't know. What do you do when
The
it's
Instagram thing down the
shit
bottom,
and you don't?
that's an embedded thing
Yeah.
laid over the
You're
top.
a weirdo. I don't know if Sam
Bit of
would
laid
do that
over
very
the
well.
top.
Yeah, because especially with Sam and the online lives that we have, it's very easy to unfollow, unsubscribe, and block and all that. So we're trying to figure out how to have an online relationship and a personal relationship at the same
See
time.
all
Yeah,
that.
and
The
like,
audience
I'm
that's
just
sitting
not
there
bad.
live can see all the
If I
equipment
put
as
my-
well.
Check it out. That's what we do. In this online world,
that's
it's
where
really
this
hard to make that
breakdown
honest
has come up
connection,
a
and
lot
I
with
just
their
want to show
feedback
people
and
what's
as
possible. And so it wouldn't be
You
cool
can
if
see
we
the
didn't
like the
talk
mechanics
about this with her
of the way
online and
people
live,
choose
you know?
are the story.
Mm.
I'm always aware of them, they are the story.
No.
But I think we succeed a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
and Brett
It's going to be a bit of live drama.
Twitter Spaces because of that relationship.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my God.
We've always got the food.
It's
Food she's ready
It's
for.
true.
We're ready for food.
I'll tell you what, is
Power
anyone here?
relationship.
Yes, so Ollie H9
And that
says,
power
oh no, hope
relationship
you guys
off
make
the
it.
fourth
And then
wall,
Maya
regulator
says,
speak
Jenna
and
spilled the
whatever.
tea.
Oh my God, I can't
Reason
spill the
doesn't
tea
work.
yet.
Yes,
I will.
but we will spill
drink
tea.
And that's where
oh
the
my
power
God.
Well, it works.
Oh.
It just works. It
Hush
doesn't.
bunny,
But you'll
I
never
promise
get the
the food is
effect that
coming.
the
Oh my
person
God.
really
It's
want
okay.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
going to bring the food
Because
out.
of
Like
that.
Jenna is always
Whereas I think you
serving
can
food, and
hear
there's nothing on the
because
table, and
that-
everyone's saying
that
it's
front
totally
I
weird
know,
what's
it's
going on.
disappointing, sorry.
All right, so I'm going to get some food. Oh, you
doesn't
know what?
exist.
Yes, for that.
In
I just
fact,
have
it
to do the
can't
garnishes.
exist.
Yeah,
Yes.
you like the garnishes, don't you?
Like I said,
So
as
I'm
soon as you
thinking,
start
while
to
I'm
put
doing
that
that,
wall in
Play
that
for time.
voyeuristic
Yes.
component,
and Sam's not here. Oh, it'll be fine. I'm thinking what I might do is show that little video.
Yes, so we've got a
I saw a
highlight
great
reel
thing
of how we
online the other
met,
day
which was very nice.
that said,
And
odd,
sort of how we are
something like
online
that
now,
moment
so you can
where
get some context.
Yeah,
you're about
so
to be
gives you an
attacked
idea.
by
If you've
all
just
of your
joined us,
bullies and
please
they're
subscribe.
surrounding you.
Please
So you
like
quickly
me. I want
text
you to
your,
like and you can send me
I don't know,
photos
some online
anytime. You can
gaming
DM them to me,
buddy.
or you can actually send them through to me. Make sure they're all free.
And the bully's phone
And I just
vibrates.
want to let you know you can also tweet us if you've just joined in. You can
Online,
use the
you can
hashtag lunchwithjenna.
be
Oh, I see.
friends
And you can also
with
use our
people you
handle
would
at
never,
Jenna,
and you can associate and you
get
can understand, you know,
Jenna Britton
it's
75.
so,
Anyway,
it's really, I really,
this will
yeah.
show you what we really, how much we value
Our social constructs in real life are somewhat broken online. You know, it's where people can go to.
Okay, so this bit here,
stuff.
this bit here that you're watching now, this is a little bit of fear. In as much as, well, we needed, when you're watching it all play, and you don't know the characters before they come in, so you learn part of the story I'm telling is learning the story of character relationships. We didn't have that opportunity here, or at least what I'm trying to find a way to do is structure things. I did a lot of narrative of following these characters. Usually relationships and stories and stuff. So we staged all of these photos in order to create a false history
It was great fun.
because there is a thing we have to
Awesome. We didn't know it then.
Not in this particular one, you did.
yeah.
I don't think you say that in general.
Everyone go.
It's really interesting to note in this one too that
Jealous.
Jenna hasn't
Oh,
found
welcome back. You
her
were just
funk
watching a
yet,
little
and
video
by the
of,
like you
how
can see
we all
even
connected.
in
You're
those
at
early
lunch with
stages
Jenna.
where she met
You
up
can
with
tweet
her, she
us
was a bit
at
quirky and a bit odd, and by
hashtag
now
lunch with Jenna.
with this particular
look,
live
I
stream
really think
27,
that shows us
she's
how much
starting
our
to
friendship
hone a
has
certain
blossomed
Mm.
become what we are.
It's very
Yeah.
nostalgic going back to that day where Sam fell into the
Sophistication
pond.
and-
And
She
this
fell
is
into a
where the
pond.
process,
That's right,
this
and
is
we
where
happened
the
to be there.
process and
It's
shielding
grown.
Not a really
is
gross
particularly
Yeah, Forest
ethnic,
City
graphic,
pond.
and reflective and,
Minimally gross.
and
Yeah, we were all
fascinating
just
is
happened to be
because
there that day and
there
take
is
photos
a
of
parallel
Christine,
journey
doing
in
what we do.
watching
And we all met.
how you
And then after we got her out and dried her off, we
Jenna,
had some
and
food
like you
and some
said, she
drinks,
was
and then she
quirky,
got
now
to
she's got a
talking
little bit more
online
style,
life,
and
which
now she's
was
got a little
an
bit more
amazing thing to
confidence.
us.
And there is a direct parallel with your
And we
experience
honestly,
Yeah.
we had
and
no
her
idea.
character's
Absolutely
journey,
no idea how famous
because
Sam
this is about the
actually
time where
online.
your
Yeah,
Instagram
and
life was
she
taking
started to
off
tell us because we're both
unexpectedly,
quite
and you
new
were
at
dealing
about
with
We were.
online. We were.
Yeah.
that.
Because we didn't know anything about how
Um,
to understand all that stuff. And then she showed us
And,
how to do
and
that
there's a
ourselves,
sense
how
of
to actually start
uncomfortable and
marketing
awkwardness and
ourselves,
on
having
perform the
different
role of
avatars
being
and
a bit
different
kind of
platforms. And
quirky.
she real whiz about all
comfortableness
this.
in those early
And it's
photos,
very
which
much
is
helped
where
with
you
our
were
lives
at.
in many ways. But recently,
And then
again,
things started to
it's
take
kind
off
of
for
gone
you
down
here
the rabbit hole a bit,
unexpectedly, and so
and
there's
we
this kind
dirtied up like white
and
tails a
you
little
were
bit.
a
And now we're
similar
just looking to,
feel a bit more
come
confident.
back to something solid.
So yeah, there's a
Ah.
parallel
Yeah.
We're not going to make it that easy.
in terms of that
But,
that
Shawsy's just
methodology.
saying it's a gorgeous
that's
way to start a friendship. I know, it's pretty original,
participants,
isn't it? And
ethnographic
Malton's asking
approach.
what this is all about, huh? So what I'm going to do is show you.
Show you the food.
You know this is all handmade because Jenna does not buy her things.
So that gives us now an
I've got
opportunity
a good
to. So
shot
this is the
without
other
showing
part
it
of
on
Jenna's
floor.
character. She
Okay,
is
so what we've got here is I've made
was that again. There's parallels with Full.
some of it's topped with dukkha and some of it's topped with what do you call that, garlic, and then over here I've made this.
Hello, berries.
This one here, this
so
is a
Jenna
dip that
is
I've made
built
with some
around
roasted pumpkin and walnuts fresh off a tree.
interests anyway.
This is a Moroccan spring onion dip, and this is a
Which
feta
are
garlic
authentic.
and
You know,
spinach dip.
and in terms
So
of
what I would love you to do is taste it. Yeah.
Yes,
So when you
anyone
just don't have that one, but that one should be fine for you.
devotion, I don't know.
believe
There's
it.
another phrase.
Well, I can clearly state that after having my I had a few breakdowns on this gig. But after having my first breakdown,
What I
I
might do is just
I
get
remember
passed
speaking
around.
to
Yeah,
Jenna.
go ahead.
Hello. I'm so sorry I'm late.
When you find
Yeah, pass around.
Look at everyone. Look at this Jenna. Oh my god. Oh, I've got one. Oh, sorry. I'm trying. Oh my gosh. South Road, you guys. South Road. I'm so sorry. I'm like, is that food? Can I have a bit? Like, I'm so hungry. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. No, Jenna's fine. Like, can I sit here? I just want to sit here. I'm sorry. I just want to like. It's so nice to meet you guys. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Samantha Dean. But you guys can call me Sam, and I'm just gonna try this, right?
Social media personality whose whole career is built upon selling their identity.
Thank you.
Because
This lady is not wrong. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, is that wine?
That's certainly what those people are.
Whose wine is that?
We created the character.
Can I-
We created
can I have like a-
essentially.
Oh my gosh, I do. Malang, this actually came in a PR package, and I thought I'd bring it tonight. So yeah, give it to Jenna.
Well, so
yeah.
there's wine all over,
Yeah.
including
Oh.
already in your
Oh
glass.
my
So
gosh,
you don't need to steal theirs.
You know you like pretty pink.
Oh yes,
Yes.
you're so lucky because I was
She's
so gonna
amazing.
have that.
Yeah,
All right,
she's
look,
already
I might just take my bread and like hop in. I'll
Yes.
see you guys soon. Right? All right. I don't know how cold it is. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
the links are online where you get that.
I am super glad you came.
I know,
for a minute.
of course. Of course, I would not miss this for the world. I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh my gosh, episode 27, Jenna.
Here we go, yes.
Yeah. So, if you've just joined us, please send us some photos on Instagram. You can catch us at Lunch with Jenna, or you can use our Twitter handle. Our
Well,
Twitter.
we love to
what do you
give
call
our
it?
friends
Handle?
and people that we
Handle.
love.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can use a hashtag as
Hashtag
well.
Lunch with
Hashtag
Jenna, and then
But
so
when we
you can actually
recognise
talk
that's
to us
being
as we
abused,
go.
we
Like,
do find it.
hello. Yes, we
Yeah.
love you.
Their success is ours.
I know. He's with us every week. Anyway, so this is the Samantha Dean.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hello, I'm so sorry. I got distracted by the bread, but hi. It's nice to meet you.
So Samantha is a bona fide Twitter star. She's a Twitcher. She's a YouTuber. She's an Instagrammer. She's oh my God. What
I'm
else?
also on Weibo now. It's ni hao to all my Chinese fans. I'm so happy if you're here. Let me know in the comment section below. Tweet us. Yeah, I'm on pretty much everything.
I think that showcases an aspect of
Yeah.
Sam
Stop it.
that's needed. She has many personalities on many different profiles, which really helps. I'm sure she'll go into that in a
Call
minute.
them avatars.
Avatars.
I'm looking
I
to
appreciate
talk
the
to
joke.
audience, and
Anyway,
they're-
but it's
they're
really nice that
very,
you actually said that
closed
because
to
a lot of people have asked me over the years
And
whether or not I have DID,
never once did we expect this
which
to
is quite
happen,
serious.
but
I
that
don't have
foreshadowing we tried to
DID.
give the
I can tell you
audience
that like
actually
100%.
ended up
And if
making
any of you
them
guys
be a
or
little
any of you guys
bit,
in the room.
guarded towards this
So
character.
it's okay. So it's dissociative identity disorder. So it's like multiple personalities. I don't have that. Just being real with you all.
It's going to be a big
And I think that it's
First
really
time
important
she's
that.
done a live audience.
Hi guys.
I think they're just deciding if they have multiple personalities.
Yeah,
I know we
possibly.
Jazz is
Possibly.
like.
I have a checklist at
Sam,
home
her
if you want
character
to try
is
it. But anyway,
Confusing.
well, you know, we have to know.
Also,
Anyway, so if you do, like, to get a little bit serious with you guys now,
about 3
if you
days
do
earlier,
struggle with DID
prank
or any kind of mental health,
that was a little
please
bit
make sure to
beyond
elks.
in the
Elks,
script.
everybody else.
Do the ears.
Just-
Thank you.
It's something, I don't know.
Because you're important and you guys are important and it's really important to look after ourselves. So yeah.
Oh, we've got a question here.
Disorder
Oh, thank you
identity.
so much,
Identity
Sam.
disorder,
There's another
whatever
Sam
it
in the
Oh, hi,
This one
Sam.
This one's Sam I am. Hi, Sam I am. Sam
Sam I am.
I know, it's confusing. They want to know how you manage all those avatars.
Yeah.
I keep them. Okay, so I keep them all in a box. No. So what I do is that that's why I have so many, because there's lots of I'm multifaceted. I have lots of different things that I do, and to do them all as one like avatar is really difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard to juggle and maintain.
So yeah, round
You know,
about
I have
now,
one for my makeup. I have one
me
for
as an
like I
actor
do
is
box
aware
opening
that
because I
the
love getting
audience is
presents. You
offsided
know what I
to
mean?
her
And so I do it from
Because I
Etsy,
cannot
and
speak for
I
the other
also do
actors.
like storage container units, like you
we
open
all
them
felt,
up and
I
you
think
have
we
them
all
around
felt
and
the
see what
shift
people
and a
have.
little bit of
I also
resistance
did like
from the
fundraising and
audience.
stuff.
Seriously,
to this
Sam
character.
has
Yeah.
millions of followers.
I know I have a one, just one.
Just one million followers.
Don't build me up too much.
Well, just to gauge the room, does anyone here follow Sam on any of these multiple accounts?
That's round about the
No,
same.
Sammys, that's all right.
That's okay. So
It's okay, baby. But moving on with the
yeah,
script.
that's okay.
Of course, naturally.
Okay.
I was getting real text.
Oh, hi guys. Hi guys. Thank you so
Oh my
much
God,
for
yes,
joining.
you have
Dennis.
loads.
Hello,
Dean.
Yes, Deanies. I love you. So that's okay. You can be Deanies if you want. All you have to do is like and subscribe to my channel. I also have merch dropping next week, and it's like
So,
I think you would look really
iPad
good in
that is
pale
covered
pink.
up
Like yeah, I think it would suit you.
She loves
So yeah, and I can get your details and put you on the VIP list.
Anyway,
actually
we can get back to
After that important plug, yes.
this is episode 27.
But yes, I am
Yes, we need to cheers.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Thank you.
also.
This is
Managing
episode
that,
27.
looking at,
And I
you know,
have
trying to
titled
get
this,
cues from
Who the Hell is
Mick,
Samantha
watching
Dean?
the tech,
Get
figuring
out,
out
you
what's
did
going
not.
on there.
You're not getting many cues from me. I'm
I
not
did,
gonna
goodness.
lie.
True.
Oh,
It was all
Okay.
pretty crazy for all of us.
Oh, I love tea.
Jenna majority managed all the incoming streams.
Oh
and chats from
yes,
people
yes,
as
the
well.
bar guys.
Oh my God.
The bar boys.
Shout out to the bar
So
boys.
finding,
Oh, yeah,
finding
okay.
the balance of both those
Anyway,
was still
So
something
when I
I'd
went in
never
bars with
done
the bar
before at
boys,
this
and it
point.
was seriously an awesome night.
So good. Oh my gosh.
But you know how at the end of the night you pranked me?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so good.
Well, it wasn't
So
actually.
Jenna's brought up with Sam here.
And
that she
Yeah.
was treated
Oh gosh.
And
Do you guys? Oh, I see what's
just-
happening here. Okay. Okay.
yeah, it wasn't
It's what we do.
awesome for
So
me.
Jenna is kind of
Because
putting
it,
her on the spot a little bit and
Very much.
exposing her,
I feel
and
like
so
it's
we're
just
trying to
in this
create a
really
sense
horrible
of
place,
drama
and
that is in
don't
some
feel
way
like I've been there for a long
unfolding
time,
in
and
real
it knocked
time.
me right back.
And
it
again,
left
you can
me
see the audience have
feeling like I
stiffened
don't
again,
even-
you know, at the bringing up
I just
of
had-
this
I just
thing. 'Cause they
questioned
don't know what it
everything.
is
I
yet.
don't
I
know
haven't
who
They,
divulged
and
what
we
it
create,
was.
so what we wanted to do is
questioned
create
everything
that
about
sense
myself.
of the air
And
is
then I had
thick,
to think
you cut
about
the air with a knife.
my
Like,
relationships
we're
that I'm in
so
at the
they-
moment, and you know, and
So they've
and
got
my
that
relationship
visual
with you,
cue. And
and
try
it just
and
left me wondering.
translate that
know
or
who you
transmit
are
that through the screen as well, that it's happening.
Yeah, see,
Okay,
they, and
Okay, and I kind of figured that
I
the
hope you
best
guys
place
make
for
up.
us
That's
to
all real.
get
We
this
didn't
out
put any of
and
those
talk about
up.
it is
Now that's
online.
from action people. In
Yeah.
the audience.
And
Yeah.
Some of
Absolutely.
those-
Yeah, some of these.
I mean, that is exactly what we do.
we
Yeah,
had no
because we are
connection with, so we
collaborators
couldn't
and
answer. It was all
creators.
part
No,
of
no,
who
it's
we're
fine.
of,
It's
but
absolutely
couldn't do anything
fine.
about it and had to get on
Yes.
the flight. And
Let's do it.
the only way to
Let's talk
avoid
about
it
it
was
right
to get
here,
up
right
and
now.
try and
Okay.
say,
So
Mick was getting
the
any
video
feed,
that we're
but
talking
like you
about
said, he was
is,
playing
so you
up
guys
and
don't
down
follow
about
me,
it.
so you
No,
may
no,
not
no,
have
no,
seen
no,
it, but I
no,
know
it's
you
just
have.
like it is.
And if you haven't, that's fine. I'm just gonna knock the wine off the table. So what it was, it's a prank video. It was actually one of the best videos for me that I've ever done. My followers, the Genies, they actually asked for Jenna specifically. And we shot it, we filmed it, and it got 500,000 hits in 2 days. So that for us, that's important. And as two female creators working together, that's even more important. And I think personally, we made something truly amazing.
I think that's a good point, because it's not about you or your success, but it's about her feelings.
I think
Lockie genuinely cares about both of them.
Okay, you know, I hear what you're saying, absolutely. This is my life.
That these three have
And
genuine relationships.
with respect, I think 500,000 people would disagree with you. We both,
genuine.
like
And
I
he
said, we're
didn't
both
think
creators
it
and we
through
collaborate
very
all
well,
the time.
and he's probably
And,
he's
you know, I
regretting
think
it very
that
much around
it was
about
important
now.
for us to get
But
the
he's
authentic
trying
and
to
real
find a
reaction.
way out instead
You know,
of just coming
if it
forward
was
with it.
anything else, I think it wouldn't have worked as well. And I'm really proud of what we've made together.
Yeah. But Lockie has a really good point. It is actually about how I feel as well.
So you're saying
And
I'm making it about
The
me.
problem Jenna has with all
I'm
of
not
this
saying
is
that
that she's
necessarily,
come from
but
a
I would
pretty,
say that's a talent of yours is to frame
Jenna's
things.
come out of a long-term relationship. Her marriage is dissolved.
That's
She really had to reinvent herself.
I'm wondering, I'm wondering, it probably needs context, and if none of you have seen it, I'm assuming.
So the question,
So we're working on ideas of betrayal here, or at least in Jenna's mind it's betrayal.
I would say both. But you know what, I'm thinking you and I are having the same thought.
It's
So,
just
Mike,
collaboration.
do you have the footage of the video that I uploaded? Yeah, great. Okay, so what we might do is we'll
And
play it,
it has
and you
to
guys
be
can watch it,
authentic,
and
so if
can
she
you.
told me about it,
And
then
let us know what you
it
think.
wouldn't be authentic.
So
What
this
you think
bit
about it.
coming up is the theatre.
No, that's what it's
Well,
feel
let's
okay.
put it up for
Yeah.
the public opinion.
love to.
Yeah,
Yeah, so let's give it
put
a
it out
go.
to the public, forum.
Why not? So I've got nothing to hide. Let's roll the
In
footage.
reality, it's happening live. This is a pre-recorded little bit to bias a little bit of
Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let's be real. I've received literally thousands of tweets, DMs, and comments from you guys demanding another prank video, Sam.
Insta, YouTube,
One involving my
influencer.
Yes! If you guys want to see an epic prank video, continue watching, and as always, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let's do it.
We're going to be watching the actors perform this scene in front of the green screen, and that's on.
There's many hidings here. We're in the Greek Parklands. Jenna's like, she's coming around.
You can tell it's a green screen.
Hey, how you doing? No, not filming.
Mind you, lots of people couldn't.
Selfie live because we need to like get this.
So
Get this Instagram. No, well, I was checking my highlighter, but you know what?
here the reaction after. In the audience in the room, totally.
No, I like this. You see how kind of
seeing men
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right.
the rest of it.
Okay.
I don't like this one.
They had a suspension.
And selfie. Okay, great.
Back, maybe.
Okay, my arms are All right. 3, 2, 1. Selfie. And then I think.
I got this. Do this.
We're really happy.
Want it here. No,
I definitely want it right here.
Okay, here we go.
Arms.
Oh, did you just bend down? All right, I'll bend down too. Okay, ready. 3, 2, 1. Selfie. What was that? Jesus! Oh my God! This is Look!
And
It tastes like chocolate. Oh my God! Look at your face, girl. Look at it. Can we get a towel for Jenna, please? Thank you. Look how scared you look. You're so scared. Oh my gosh. Deanies, it should be fine. It's all good. Thank you so much for your suggestion, guys. Like, that was epic. I loved it. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe to Jenna's channel, Lunch with Jenna. We're going to be talking about this next week on her show. And as always, if this is your first time here, like and subscribe to me. All right, bye. Thank you for watching, everyone, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow me on all of the things.
We're going to move tables and chairs back, and we're back. It's like they never left. But
Interesting.
Okay. Hi. No, that's okay.
moving the set.
Yeah.
So there's this blend.
Wow, Jenna, the loyalty here. No, I like it.
Oh, well, you know, no.
Yeah, right.
Chad,
No, sure.
Chad's saying the prank was hilarious. Why aren't you okay with it, Jenny? Jenny? I know, what the hell?
Wow.
Jenny. No, I
Is that an
think.
actual question?
Okay, so
Chad?
hang on. So
So
we've
here
got
it
quite
starts to
an amazing reaction
go
right here. I'm
off
loving
rails
it.
a little
We'll get to. Sorry, what's his name? Daniel? Chad. All right, Chad. We'll address that in a second. Okay, so I got a lot of hate comments coming my way. That's all right. It's all good. So tell me again. What did you guys think? Let me know. It was shit, and you punched me out. Wow. Please just don't punch the face because this is the moneymaker. Okay. Yeah. So that's exactly what we do. You know, we collaborate together. It's very.
Thank you.
Like really hiss the villain.
Well, it was just.
To the point where
It was what my
actually
followers wanted.
Yeah, no, I
It was
agree.
what my followers
No,
wanted.
We didn't collaborate.
certainly starts to disrupt
We didn't
jazz
collaborate, Sam.
a
You
bit now.
you
She's
set
a
all
bit
that up
restless.
and you.
She's just not used to
Breathe.
Look, I
that
just.
It's
back
'cause it's at
from
her
the audience,
expense,
and
is,
I think that I mean I anticipated this might happen with the jazz,
I'm sorry. I don't.
which is why I wanted to change
Sam
direction.
character.
Sam
I
character.
just,
Thank you.
I'm
Why
just
I
not
wanted to change
understanding
direction
because,
a little bit, but
I mean, do you want to say
But,
something about this?
I think I don't think Sharon's
No, I don't think I have much to say
Okay,
about it.
so
Sam,
visual.
Sam, I'm sorry, but for
But-
me, this is the killer. Katie Crunch.
And
Thank you, Katie Crunch.
rather
for
than
winning.
embrace
that
and
Says-
then
dialogue
have
would
here
affect their
their
Sam did not ask Jenna for her consent.
where technically logically you can sit
Bam.
back now.
look,
Thank
I
you.
hear it. I hear all of you, but I just.
Is you
we-
need to go right.
You have
play the
never had
baddie,
any problem with
embrace the
anything that
baddie,
we've ever
play it
made in the
worse,
past
get 'em
before.
really-
Ever.
Well,
get
you
'em
didn't
fucking
actually.
enjoy it, embrace
Ever.
it.
You
What
asked for my.
happened is that she got
Really?
personally-
Do I have to explain consent
And
to
Jenna
Gen
back
Y
around
for fuck's
Jenna.
sake? I mean,
Hi.
seriously.
Wait, you want to talk about
No,
consent?
I do
Okay,
actually. I'd
fine.
love to. I think we'd all like to have a chat
Let's
about
talk
consent.
about
would you?
consent. What about me?
Jenna's upset.
We're all
What
doing
about me? Did
No.
anyone ask for my consent?
Relationship in order
Did
to
anyone ask for my
For
consent?
what?
followers,
I was
Jenna
born
is
into
trying to
this
do the
life.
same.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding with you right now. I was born into this life. The very first picture that was placed of me on the internet was of an ultrasound of me in the womb.
With
Yeah.
Jenna.
And then coming out of my mother's
She was
vagina.
upset that Jazz
And then, shopping, and then my worst vomit, my most disgusting nappy, shopping with her for my first tampon. Born into a life where everything has been, can be, or will be literally
much as
broadcast
It's
to
all
the world.
happening so fast right now.
I've been followed, I've been stalked, I've been harassed, I've been hacked, I've been, preyed
So this is
upon,
another
and that was just okay.
attempt, like, rather than
There's no
try
such
and
thing
pretend
as
that the
privacy
editor
anymore. And you know
made
what?
it doesn't
To say that to
exist.
me, of course your generation
actually
thinks
wanted
everything
to
is
sort of
public until you make it.
quite
Everything is
supposedly
private
or
until you make it public.
actually put
That's when you can use the technology, which you have me to thank for, by the way.
like being able to see the tripod
know-
and the lights and have that part of the story, same with the editor. So in this bit,
Look,
And we refer to Mick, the editor.
like I said, I was
Film,
born
yeah.
into this life.
so
And
this bit here now is
you weren't. And
essentially a
you
monologue
post
of
pictures
that-
of
you know,
food
she's
on a
probably the
plate,
nub
and
of
then
the way the story
you
starts.
post comments about whose responsibility it is to pick up the leaves in your yard when it came from a tree and council land. I mean,
No, fuck
come
off. That was months ago.
on.
That was
And you think that you're
But we
the
wanted to-
only
but
person
her speech was
that has been
still-
victimized or humiliated or embarrassed
justified,
online.
really.
I was the victim of a deep fake scandal
Well,
in
to try and find
2015.
it.
And you know what? That was just fine.
But the
No
No
audience
one stood up
started
for
laughing
me,
at
and you know
the
what? They're
irony
like,
of some
"You're
of the
Samantha
things she
Dean.
was
Of
saying."
course you do porn. You do everything else." So I literally had to contact this
possibly
poor
because
girl
the
whose
audience
porn it
is
was, and sort something out with her. So you know what we decided to do? We decided to weaponize it.
Which is kind of...
We decided to make a profit from it because no one exploits me without me having some kind of hand in it. I'm sorry.
But they were
Exactly.
responding to the aggressive
Exactly.
retaliation and with the speech.
Exactly.
So this is her going into
know
a
what?
bit of a spiral of personality. So I wanted to reflect that in some of the layering and imaging and try and experiment with making the online broadcast editing
But you know what? I was
part of the theatrical experience of the performance that you're watching again.
And there's a double
what happened to
irony in it where
But
a
you
lot
know
of
what?
people
It's
in
the
the
Wild West.
audience just have no fucking idea
and people can make whatever they want to
about
make.
this life.
And people
Like,
believe whatever they
that's
want to
what I meant.
believe because
Yeah,
you know
she's
what?
talking to a
That's
They
that's
don't
what the internet
understand
is,
it.
and they're trying to police it. They're literally trying to, put bars on it, but it's like a snowball.
That
It just keeps
sounds
going and
ludicrous
going
to
and going and
someone-
going and going, and that's why someone like me has to be 50 steps ahead. Someone like me has to
background or
always look for
history
the
or-
next best thing because how do I stay relevant? How do I keep working? How do I put a
Understanding
roof
of that
over my head and
particular
food in my
life and
fridge?
life.
I'm sorry. I'm
I can see
sorry.
how it sounds ridiculous. But to someone
But
who's
that's what
built
we
up
are. We are online friends.
an empire,
We are
who's got
online
followers,
friends.
who's got
That's how we. Jenna
not
was
much else in
interested.
their life and is deeply unhappy in other places, but has found connection and
But we have done this
meaning and
before.
purpose.
We do this all the
and
time.
drive because they did not have drive in their life.
Is it
before. I
because
mean,
this is
really
just
serious
everything
shit. What
that
she's
you
saying
know?
is
This
from her
is
heart.
your whole world.
Yes, absolutely.
But I
and
don't
you can't
get it.
see outside of this.
No.
Is this
And
what's
we never
going on?
counted on that.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I can do
No.
this all the
You know,
time,
I
over and
remember
over and
trying
over
really
again, and I don't
hard
have to be
help
me.
them understand.
I don't have to be me. I can be Rachel
As
or
well as
Simon,
trying to run with
a
the script.
socialist or a fascist. I've met people from all over the world.
And here it gets
Literally,
all really hairy.
all
'cause there's
over
comments
the world,
coming
different
online,
races,
I'm trying to
disabilities,
accommodate to
stuck in a
them.
farm in the middle of whoop whoop.
We've
I can
eliminated
show
the
people
fiction.
the inner lizard person that I am.
now,
I can
because we've
VPN my ass
established
as
now
many
that
times
the
as I like, and I can
convention
take my
is
multiple personalities
that the green
and
screen is
create my own universe for my own benefit,
I
and I
can
did,
play
and it was awesome.
You kind of got to introduce the idea first. But by now it's pretty seamless. You kind of just go, oh, the kitchen's not there, but you probably, I don't know if you've noticed yet or not.
And that's what I want to show people. My authenticity. My authenticity. That is what I'm giving you right now, my authenticity.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, a bit of argument going on now. So we are.
No, I pulled myself out.
We'd had
Diverting
audience
from the
members
script
that
a
were
little
Literally.
bit here.
freaking hard to control.
Yeah. Who had indulged in the cabaret atmosphere.
But they genuinely had, and still I've spoken to that person since who's particularly vocal. And they were fully aware that they were talking to a character, not to a real person. And they were fully invested, and they really did mean what they said. And they,
And I guess that's what we're trying to
But that's not what I'm.
means
That wasn't the intention. That was not the
It's down to
intention
us
at
then to
all.
be
I
able
mean,
to-
about how they felt about it, about what they were watching, about how,
It's great that we've stimulated that.
Well, I'll just
But you
quickly
gotta
ask.
control it.
I think the question we're asking is, do you actually buy into all of the bullshit you're saying here and
We
all
don't
the
wanna-
all
again,
this
you don't want
crazy
to-
way of living? Do you
In
actually?
this particular
Bullshit.
format, you don't want
Yeah.
to censor that.
Well, you
because
believed
that's
it and you got exactly
this
what you
is.
wanted
You're
from
meant
me.
to be able to
That's
join in.
that's
But you,
Yeah,
so
so
you've got to allow
I was
it,
actually
you've got
glad
to manage
you
it and
made
shepherd
this
it.
about Sam because I have my own grievances that I.
Oh, really?
Well, first I'll say I've got
and
my
as you
own
can see,
little
there are
book
moments where we do try and
to
shepherd
you,
it,
which is
but the
She
audience
told me
had no
about the friends with the
guidelines about
poorly.
what was and wasn't appropriate.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
and I thought it was going to be fine. I thought it was just going to be a.
filmed
Given
it.
those guidelines,
Well,
because
I was
I
there.
didn't know yet.
up until
But I thought it was just going to be a
Right now,
prank,
we didn't know
like
what
you
they
know,
might
there's prank
be.
videos, and I thought it was going to be a normal
would
thing.
be
I
needed.
agree is off. And,
So round
it's
about
at
now,
her
Max has
expense, and
told
it's just-
me, Max's
wrong and
character
all that.
Lucky has told me that he was involved.
I know. I'm very sorry for my hand in it. And that's why I
And
agree
so
with
now
Jenna and all this. And
Jenna
I've also had my
realises
own
that
stuff
two of
with
her
Sam
friends
because
have kind of acted
well,
like
when
that.
she first met me, I did go
Where-
online
but
a
where
little bit. I
Lucky's
was
character
like
And it's
a
all
worker
divulging
or an
online.
anonymous
Shame.
commenter, and at work
it's
I work at
trying
the prison.
to
If
own
anyone,
it.
nobody probably knows that. I see people who get away
it's
with
trying
things,
to
and I've
own-
always been
take
someone who just sits
responsibility.
on the fence. I fell into my job, and I fell into this.
Still in
and
a kind of
when Sam came to me with an idea, I thought it
was
was a good one, and I thought I would actually
Kinda
do
taking
something for once.
responsibility, but
So I've kind of been wrapped up in all of
No,
this.
I'm
he was a
sorry.
character
What the
that
fuck
was
are you
divisive
talking
with the
about?
audience
Could you just
because
tell me
of
what
that.
happened, please?
I let
However,
Sam
he'd
into the
become
prison.
Right, you
Did
let
that work out?
Rachel into
Yeah,
the
he'd
prison.
been a hard
What?
one by
You
two.
let
He'd been
fucking
betrayed.
hell. You let
Yeah,
raping
that's
Rachel.
Rachel,
I
yeah.
told you that Avatar was bullshit.
So they
Why?
all
Her
used
intentions
each
were
other
good.
to
She was going to
some
get these
degree
criminals
or
to
another.
confess live on camera.
But he
Oh,
used
really?
her
And
to feel
exactly
something
how was she
he
going to
had
get away with
fantasy
it,
about.
Sam?
Yeah.
Well, I have a hacker in India. I met her on Fiverr. I
Oh,
mean,
for
she can
God's
His
just,
fantasy was
like,
to be a
she doesn't even
social
leave a
superhero.
trace. You could just hack in and
Yeah,
broadcast.
so the idea was to
Right,
expose some of the
expose
people
the
I know who get away with things. And I thought that was a good story. And I thought that was actually a
And he,
I don't know,
Within
it
the
was-
prison
it was
system.
yeah,
something
so
worth
this bit
doing,
here,
and
see
it would have
behind him
worked
now
well.
is all
But,
would've made millions.
Ordered.
One of my followers
So,
figured it out. I
Janet
mean,
said,
Deanies, you guys are smart.
this
You guys are
particular
so smart.
claim
So
Yeah.
probably happened about
I had to
2
disappear the
weeks
account.
ago,
I
a
mean,
week ago, whatever.
it wasn't such a bad thing.
Just
Like, only a few
recently,
people
like,
knew
it's
it was
all
me. It was
recent. So
win-win.
the idea is
But
that
I
you
can't
work on
disappear
the
because it's
people,
me. So I'm on
but
the
the
news.
performance
I
is
was the
not
one
where
on the
you
news, and I was the
discover
one at the butt of all these
background
trolls and all these
performance
comments. I look like a
combination
freaking
of
idiot.
You don't read
So
the
it's like when you go to
comments.
school
Have
and
I taught you
everyone finds
nothing?
out there's going to be a fight after
And if you're
school,
ill-equipped, then you get your
spread
bots
and
onto it.
I don't have bots,
eventually
right?
that
I'm just me.
heated
And the
anticipation
problem with
builds
all of
to
this
fever pitch
was
from the
I started doing this to get out of my little
Anyway,
box,
I've
and now all
interlaced
of this has pushed me
the
back into
background
it.
footage
And it's all at the
names.
expense of these
So some of
things
these
you do,
news
these little
headlines that you're
schemes,
seeing
these
in the
plans
background,
online,
again,
and
are a blend
it
of
sucks.
our
It really sucks.
literal
Okay.
real headlines
All right,
that I've grabbed from around
I'm
the
done.
world and some of
We
them
need.
at the moment.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know
Like the
about
one
you
at the
guys.
moment,
I'm
that
having a
BBC
little
one,
bit of a
that's
moment
legit.
to pull
that
this
one
shit
there,
together in
that's
my head,
legit.
right? And tweet me seriously. Hashtag
that one
Lunch
there,
with Jenna.
that one was legit,
This sucks, right?
but that one's not. That one I made.
Oh,
So that one's a fake one, and then it just goes in a loop. So there's again this blend of fake and real that you don't. The idea is the same. Then there's
My
he
feelings
was
were
gonna
I never
use
do
Sam
anything about it. I never do
as
anything about
a-
anything.
as
So
an avatar
Sam
called
does stuff,
Raging Rachel.
and I started
Go
to
into
do
the
stuff, and
prison
now I
and
realise that
interview
I
people and,
did some
and
stupid
live
things as well.
streamed
So-
their
and you lost your
confessions.
job.
yeah, I've had a
Sam,
real personality
fucking
check.
hell.
I've had a real
No,
check,
no,
and
no,
I take
and
my share of the
down.
blame for that. and
You take it
responsibility.
tonight.
One
I
of
have
her
an issue
followers
with this.
figured
And
out
the
who
issue
Raging
is
Rachel was,
that
and
you
she
have
pulled the whole
used
thing down
Lockie's
before it
friendship,
happened, but it
and you
wasn't
have
soon
used
enough
my
to not
friendship, and
embroil
you
Lockie.
fucking turned them into a
so she
business
got away
model.
with it, and he took the fall.
I,
Because
Don't-
he let her into the prison
I'm
with
really sorry,
a device.
everyone.
Yeah.
It's sackable. So yeah, he's done that. However, Lockie admits that he wasn't happy. He
Rocky
wanted
Ronch.
change. Maybe
Rocky
he,
Ronch? I can't-
maybe
sorry,
he
Rocky. I'm
actually
just gonna
knew
call
what he
you
was
Rocky
doing
'cause I don't
all along,
even
and
know
he
what-
just
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to get the fuck out.
He says you should put your glasses back on.
And this was a great
Thanks,
scapegoat
Rocky.
way
That's
of
probably
doing it.
mine, yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not. But Jenna, aren't you doing the same thing
Jenna
right
is
now?
by now incensed.
To me right now?
Not only has she used
Like
Jenna.
pouring wine.
I'm not
Yep,
exactly
she's
sure.
pouring more wine.
Okay, so
she's just,
you were
but
interested
the
in
irony,
with my
the
life online from the
ridiculousness,
moment we
bullshit.
met.
She doesn't know what's
You
real
wanted
and
to
what's
start your
not
own channel,
real.
so I brought you onto
She
mine. I
thought she
collabed
had a
with
handle
you.
on
I
this
helped you
world
buy
and what's going on
equipment.
in the world.
Some of my followers
and
follow
she
you.
thought she was onto it,
You know,
but,
and then
it just got real messy,
When
like a lot
you
of
had your
friendships
business up
do.
and running and you're sufficient and you're independent
Started
and
off
making
good.
money,
I don't know what
took
went
a step
wrong.
back
She
and let
won't
you go
talk
out
to
on your
him, he
own.
won't talk to
And
her.
then now
She
this
did
has
this,
happened.
he did
We're
that, you know,
here
and before you know
talking
it, it's
on the
just a
channel that
mess.
you're
And
making
that's
money
pretty much what you're
from
looking at
about
right
our
now, is this
personal
big
lives.
car wreck of these
For other
people's
people's
genuine
entertainment.
connection to each other. Sam's character, Sam, doesn't have a lot of friends. Real life
Yep.
friends or something. She's quite a hard shell.
She's got millions of followers.
But it's true though.
Yeah,
It's true, though.
except.
Jenna had no idea how famous she was. Neither did Max. We all happened to be there on the same day when she fell into a pond, and we just, I don't know, it all worked. We hit it off.
But
as weird as those
why
moments
would
can
you
be.
say that my world isn't true?
So you're watching the collapse of a relationship.
The thing is
The internet is
here.
my world.
Hang on.
So
It's still my world.
Hang on.
It doesn't make it any less than yours.
That's what you said.
Yes, it is me.
Jenna, hang on.
Okay, all right. Aside from
That's
all
one of the
of that,
episodes.
aside from everything else, the one fundamental difference, right, is that I would never fucking hurt you.
now,
I would never make you feel small or embarrassed or
she's
stupid.
talking about the
and
one thing she'd never do
little
to Sam,
and
to make
lost
her feel
and-
small and alone or afraid, because that's how Jenny used to feel real,
And the
but the
reason
truth is, right now, Jenna's doing that.
Because I thought,
I don't know if Jenna knows it.
Well,
I
we
think
wanted to leave
somewhere
it
deep.
ambiguous that she did.
So what
After
was
watching
real.
Jenna's progress after this, I think she did.
I feel like I fell for it. I feel
I don't think she was unaware.
This
I
might
don't
have been
think she
a
was
catalyst
yeah,
for how she went
Yeah.
after that.
yeah. But you know, realistically, she is feeling all those things, but not aware of her part in it necessarily yet. But
Well, but maybe
smart enough to work the moment in the moment.
and you know, you
A
create.
Jetta is tired of being small. A Jetta is tired of being used. A Jetta is tired of being unimportant. And tired of being, you know, she's
it is
tired of
real.
all this shit around about now too.
I never wanted this to happen. You know, I just
She's also found absolute genuine connection online
all I ever wanted to do was help you.
and self-worth. And so for someone to
Half the
put
hell is taken
to
to
have
the
five
I haven't
to have
done
500,000
anything
viewers
that,
like something
you know,
that
would've been
embarrasses her
good
at
and
this
then
moment
ended up
where she's
fucking it
just
up.
starting to
Ever?
feel better about
Well, yeah,
herself is
obviously.
Thank
devastating.
you.
And you know, I'm really appreciative that we're all trying to figure this out. But I have to say, you know, playing devil's
And
advocate for
Sam's
Sam,
realising
she
that
really
all
did
now.
help us go online and
And you can
find
kinda
our
see it all
voices
sinking
online.
in.
'Cause before I met her, I didn't have much of a life. I was a really, you know,
Because
just
it's all
sad,
happening
lonely
so
guy.
fast, all those realizations.
That's
of
right.
that you're doing
Seeing
this
other
for
sad,
me,
lonely
or
guys.
what-
So
you know,
meeting
all
her,
those
and-
things are
yeah, I
taking
hated
in
that
you.
job. So it's not. I'm not losing too many tears of it. But the thing with Sam is,
The conventional thing
I'm
is that it's fucking live.
happy I
Like,
met her
we
because
had
I was
no
able to meet
idea
both of you and have a
what
real
we did
friendship
until we did
through
it.
all this. That's
So this is
what I think
high wire
is
stuff.
getting about being
Yeah,
real
yeah.
online, is you do find people.
We're working
There's
on
no
the
net.
fly, there's
Real
no
friends.
net. There's no dress rehearsal.
And I have to-
The actors.
I have to be honest,
I'll tuck my emotions back.
I know I have to really be honest with
When you
you
have
in
your
the room,
opening
and I
night, it just
fully
raises all
appreciate
of
it's
those
an enormous response
things.
that I've received.
And at this point in time, the actors have had no communication at all with Michael. I tried to find out what's going on,
I didn't
just
know
to
whether
know how to
tell them or
pitch the
not.
show
I didn't know how to tell them or not.
and how to run the show.
Honestly,
I didn't want to tell them and then have them feel like, oh, this is all for nothing.
because I'm not going to lie to you.
But-
before I
Because
met
then that
Sam,
would have lost
Yeah.
a
I really
huge
didn't
amount
like
of
myself,
electricity in the performance.
and I didn't think I was.
But I didn't, and it was a bit hard too because all of that happened so quick. But you were 5
And in
minutes
3
into the
weeks
show
of
before I
meeting
got my
Sam
head back
and
together.
her
It was like, what do I do
believing
now?
in
Do
me
I
and
stop
saying, you know,
everything?
it's
Well, yeah,
Or do I just
I'm
let
not
you
sure
go?
if you know, but
Maybe
Tim
we
had
can
told
do
me
it
by the
with
time the
stuff
show
if you
was
get it
about to start,
online.
so I knew that we were potentially not live
You.
streaming.
And you. or
And so I just gave myself into the moment of dealing with what I did have.
somewhat attractive person.
I think the other two were aware there was a problem and they weren't sure throughout the show whether it was or wasn't.
Probably has another level
Of anxiety.
consciousness and
Yeah.
awareness.
So
That's all I ever
I
wanted.
think when it comes to
Realize your potential. I just wanted to give you the tools to help you. You know, to show
So
them
Sam's
and these
character
guys
is
what
now
I see.
offering some kind
And what I
of
saw from the
an
moment I met both
apology.
of you. And
And I think, you know,
and she's
I don't
trying.
know
philosophically
how I
we've-
got
we've-
here. I think
we tried to approach
I think
that
friends in
dilemma
real life are
between,
a bit more difficult
I
than
really
online
like
friends.
you, that's why I did this, because can't you see, in this values
No, that's exactly right. And I just
That's a shitload of people. Look at us. We're
I
women
just
online.
did something
I don't
really
have any
awesome.
real life
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
apart from you guys.
But in this reality of a real
I have you
friendship
guys,
and all
who
the
I
rest
love,
of it, that doesn't work
but
the same.
I don't know
So,
the etiquette. I don't know the
which
cheat
is,
codes. I
again,
don't know the
enough of
algorithms.
this
I don't know the trends.
plays about
I don't know. But okay,
There's no algorithm.
I don't know how to do this.
what happens.
And-
How does that work?
As we can all see,
And there's a realization happening that Sam just doesn't know how to do this. She's never done this real life thing before, and it's confusing and scary and awkward, and there's no guidebooks and there's no way around it, and you know, and in the end
One of the early models
we worked
or influence
talked through
of
that.
her
And you
character
can't
was a
sit
kind
around
of like
the table when you
addict
don't
that
like
the
what we
confession
hear
was going to be
and just
like
flick that screen away
social
every time.
media
Because we're not going away.
that she
And it
was
sucks
having
to see
going through the
how much it's
12-step
hurt us.
program of acknowledging her, you know, which
And I'll say, for the internet, I mean, I don't care about likes or followers because I'm not trying to be famous or make money off it. For me, the internet is just a means to an end, and the end is a real friendship. That's all I've ever wanted.
I hear you, and I appreciate
Join us on
that.
the balcony.
I don't want to choose.
Creatorcast. We're not sure about
These guys have been there for me right from the
Well, I
beginning.
like the name, but it's associated with other stuff
And they
already.
were with me right from the very beginning.
There was vodka.
I didn't have any. And yes, I know that they're here, but I'm explaining to you that I've only ever had these guys with me, only ever, and they've looked after me and supported me and helped me run my business and put a roof over my head and food in my fridge, and I owe a lot to them, and I would do anything for them, and I love
And
them
right
and I
now,
appreciate them.
she's
But
being
I
so
also
genuine,
love and
but
appreciate these
you
guys
can see
here.
in the audience that they're all finding it hard to buy it because they don't know what's real and what's not about
Yeah,
this woman
and
anymore.
In a wire.
Yeah. In a cloud. Yeah. In a cloud. Cloud is. Oh.
So in terms of a character arc,
Well, this is what I want because
those principles.
because I
play
don't
right
because
in
I.
what's
But I don't
the
want to
change
lose you guys
character?
because I messed up and I'm so sorry.
What is the
I'm so
crisis?
sorry.
Yep.
It's essentially what we're trying to create. A crisis.
Yeah, and we'll take it.
I'm not doing
Kitty
this
Cat
for-
73 says, surely you could just apologise at this point, Sam.
Leave
Well,
it.
that's what I'm trying to do. I just I'm so sorry and
When you see the way it ends.
I don't want to lose you guys because you mean the world to me and I just don't, and I love you and it's just stupid.
What's your real name though? Do they know that?
Yeah. Sam.
It is sad.
But you can see all this input on the screen, and you
I
have
think
to be.
that's where like
I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Jeffrey, we're not fighting anymore. It's okay.
Around about now, the audience have pushed us off track and pushed us off track and pushed us off track, and I've noticed
I'm not sure if you can say
there's been a few people
I'm
saying,
sorry,
"Where's the
but
one of them
food?
is
Where's the
pink.
food?
That
Where's
just
the
killed
food?"
me. It's just
And
totally
although
totally sidetracked me.
and I-
Jeffrey has made cupcakes. One of Jenna, one of Sam, and one with Lockie.
And
because
at this point in time, I tried to go, "Oh, okay."
and
so cute.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yes.
The audience has gone on and on and on. It's been really hard to control them.
But everyone's going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of TV.
It's been really hard to control them. Sam actually has another moment where she
Yeah, I think we've earned a meal.
apologizes.
We've earned
But-
a meal.
We've earned a meal.
My
and-
actor
wait,
instinct
this
said
sounds
that if
classic. This
I
sounds
let that go on,
how awkward
because
is
she'd
your
already been challenged on
audience
her
feeling right
apology.
now?
She had another one that was really beautiful, like
Look, we've loved having
it's
you
a
guys
paragraph
with us,
and
stay with
it
us.
is
I really,
beautiful.
Really want to get the food
But
on
in
the
my
table.
head,
Everyone
I
up here. Do
didn't
you wanna come around
register
and
it
have
all
a
at the
buffet
time,
style?
Yes,
because
serious.
I had so much
Oh my
input
gosh.
on the screen while
Come
I
on,
was listening.
look at
I
Ace.
was-
Get out here.
And I was
Yes,
aware of the
come,
food
come
and the
sit.
comments
Come
about
and
the
sit.
food.
Come in.
And I just went, okay,
There is
let's wrap this up.
just
And
so
the
much
audience
food.
pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed.
Can she do crackling
Yes.
or can't she do
Forming that whole pitchforks and lynch mob, you know, kind of mentality. And I really wanted to break it,
Bring chairs, bring chairs.
which
Thank
lost
you.
a beautiful paragraph of apology from
okay.
Sam.
I feel like I don't
And
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
register
I don't
it
have a stomach
until I
at this
actually
point.
watched this footage back, but I'd skipped
in the
it.
background 'cause I'm
Oh,
gonna
come
stop.
through,
But I
come
know
through.
exactly what was going on.
I might,
in
like,
the
I might go
was
over the
that
side.
whole idea of
We're just gonna sign off
this is
for a
getting
minute.
Hi, we're here, we're here. Oh my
Lucky.
God. Lucky.
Yes, here we
Hi.
are.
People are
Look,
not
I just-
coming
Wow.
with us. They are
Whoa.
pushing
I've gone
back.
through an intervention. I'm reborn.
Food, come back together.
Don't worry. Oh,
Go
well.
to the food.
Okay, don't worry, everyone. We're okay. We
Yes.
are. We work
We
through
will
this
be,
stuff.
yes.
When you have lunch with Jenna, You talk.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, we're going to be fine. You can keep twittering us.
Yes, do it.
Please
Do it.
tweet
Hashtag.
me. Hashtag
X
Lunch
is
with
going
Jenna.
on,
You
yes.
can at Lunch with Jenna. You can also DM me. You know I love it. You can
yeah.
DM me at Jenna Britton 75.
For a long time and dissect
And of
things
course,
and
I'm
divulge
Samantha
things
Dean,
and just
14, and
you
I'm
know,
on
and all
every
sit
major
around,
platform. And don't
and
forget my
there's-
merch is happening next.
no one
Stop
does
it!
that.
Oh my god! Okay, so where are we next week?
Yes, we're going to the zoo.
We're going to the zoo.
I don't know why.
You
we're doing
asked
that.
for it.
Yes, yes.
You asked for it, so we're going to the zoo, and I think we might make it a vegan kind of like
yeah.
soiree, you
Respect
know?
for whatever we're eating
Yeah,
in front of.
just for our vegan lovers out there. You know what? You are all good. We're all good. Keep sending me the photos of your food. It doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m. and you're in Venezuela and you're just raiding the fridge right now. I want to see
And
what's
then
in the
everything
fridge.
goes back to normal.
Stay with us.
And
We're
you
going
know,
to
watch a
eat,
lot
and we're
of
going to
these
drink,
YouTube
and we're going to be here
crews,
for a
and, you know, they
while. So
often have
quite
drama.
seriously, talk to us while we eat and
even
drink.
simple
Eat and
kid
drink with us.
films,
You know what
like
we're all about. Good
somebody else
food,
is
good
working
wine,
for somebody
and
else,
good
and they're
company.
actually undercover
Stay with us.
agents.
We'll see you soon.
ya.
Just in
Yeah,
case we're
or,
signing off now.
Project
We're going to
Zorgo
drink and eat
or
now.
whatever.
All right. Love you all. Talk to me.
We all know.
Oh gosh!
We all know it's manufactured.
Okay.
That's the part
Okay, I'm
of
gonna
that.
grab me,
Every
grab
shot.
I'm gonna grab it.
Food.
Jump in,
Great.
grab some food.
Quite seriously, no, actually.
Grab some, grab some. I'm working on it. I'm really I'm really starving. Pink stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so my aesthetic.
You were so lovely, you guys.
Alright, that's alright.
There are plates behind you if you like as well. Oh, and there's some, oh my god, homemade chutney.
All good. I needed it.
Absolutely not shitting you, homemade peach chutney. That goes really well with the chalk. And I know, I can't stop getting content. I must keep cooking. And this is cranberry sauce. I didn't make that one.
There was some reasons to do with disconnecting character because we have it. Really want to disclose who I really was or where I cyber safety and stuff. Yeah. Hey, I'm not. That's okay. Yes, I brought up lots of other issues.
But that we can discuss. We probably learn more about that between this show and the next show,
couple.
the next couple. So we can hang on to that little conversation until then, maybe. But there we go. That was the very first online play, really.
It was a
Written
wild,
and
crazy
performed
ride.
and conceived for. There's multiple things going on. There's live in the room. There's the script. There's the improvisation. There's the technical equipment. There's the dealing with social media platforms. There's the And in that sense, there's the longevity of that long-term creating online identities over weeks and months.
Mental health and well-being.
Mental health and well-being is a big part of it. There's those fundamental differences in the concept of theatre, which is that the fourth wall element, particularly. I think that's the real big thing. And
we also realise there's huge potential because it is online for people to actually want to ask questions more openly and earnestly, and for its applications to help bridge that gap of communication with, for example, teenagers and various issues and subjects that they may not choose to come straight forward with, but all have similar thoughts and questions about, and just so many applications on so many different levels as well. Where we realise that the immersive quality of it is its beauty and is a really genuine opportunity to allow yourself to facilitate an experience rather than act for someone.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of actors since about what we've done and that experience. And some of the feedback I've got is that actually sounds intimidating and too challenging for many actors who just want their audience to be quiet. Sit there and watch and appreciate what's going on. Not that that's a bad thing.
No, it's lovely.
And in the form of IRL conventional theatre, that's appropriate and required and necessary.
Yep.
But that doesn't exist here. That
doesn't seem to.
It doesn't exist the same way here. It
Doesn't reflect and connect properly.
No, because it's not authentic then. You're not communicating with anyone because you deliver to the camera down the barrel. Which means the person receiving it is seeing you look directly at them and talk directly to them. It's a one-on-one connection with potentially hundreds of thousands of people that you can't see. But from their perspective, it's one-on-one. And because they have personally invested in themselves to actually be there, to sign up an account, create a profile, log in, spend money, all of that, they've invested into that to have that connection with you for the purpose of having that connection with you and the community of other people in the chat room. So they expect to be involved somehow. That makes that makes the audience the character.
Yeah.
And so how do you write a character? How do you write for that character?
I was about to say, having said that, it's still got to be scripted.
Yeah. How do you write the journey that character goes on from both a character's perspective that is interacting and an audience's perspective that goes on a journey voyeuristically, simultaneously. And that's where conventional theatre is very three-dimensional. It's very, you sit there, here's the pursuing artist, the actor stand here. What I find with this, and it's reflective in how I set up Wirecast, because for me, the platform looks a bit like any film editor. You've got channels, essentially, and you've got layers, and there are things that are overlaid. So I can take out different layers of information. See? So Twitter's now gone because that's on the top layer. Right, I can get rid of you because you're the next layer. Right, I can get rid of me because I'm the layer after that. And then I can get rid of the background, the layer after that. So, you know what I mean? Like, when you think about how to construct the universe in this format, you can't just think of there's that fourth wall, there's an invisible barrier between me and someone I pretend I can't see. It's actually a process of the wall is not viewed side on, it's viewed directly on, and rather than a wall, it's a window with a series of layers and filters over it. And your stage, therefore, is what you can put in those layers and how you can manufacture and manipulate the layers.
The window.
The window, the filters on the window, how you manipulate the window. That is, for me, the fundamental thing that makes this a new genre, because that is not replicable in film or theatre. It is seen in the closest we've probably seen, and I used this in my project description or whatever thing, is that it was maybe done in radio plays of the 20s and 30s. Where you would go, a live audience would go to a studio and watch the actors read the lines and follow the artists do all the sound effects, and that was their entertainment. And for the people that were hearing it through the radio, all they were hearing was the audible stuff. They didn't see the other interaction.
They knew how it was made, but they still bought it and lived it and experienced it.
And got off on it in their own medium, their own way. And it's a similar process here. But we have now the vision as well. That's for me the biggest game changer that makes this a new genre. That concept of where the wall is, because you've got to write differently, you've got to perform differently.
You do.
And you've still got to maintain
Still to use all your craft.
All your craft and more.
Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah. Anyway.
It was loads of fun. It was pretty intense. There was heaps of fallout because it was such a long process, and
Well, we'll be frank. I haven't spoken with either of the other two actors since it happened about 6 months ago.
No.
Left. Never had contact with them since. Apart from to say that they don't want to really have anything they want to do with this. Which is unfortunate and disappointing, but I guess we've all got our journey.
It was very affronting for Jazz as well, to have the audience be so full of hatred towards her. That was really unexpected. I think as an actor, I kind of my thing is, it's very Stanislavski, I guess. It's just you play your action. You play your action, and as hard as you play your action, the other actor plays their action. You're each other's obstacle, you're each other's facilitator, and you both play hard to get what you want to the end of the scene, where the scene will, you have to adhere to whatever the outcome is. And and I guess I grabbed my character, played my action, and went hard. And at the same time, I've watched it a few times now, and I know and can recognise where there's moments where I'm desperately trying to save the situation or to save Jazz. I can also see where there are moments where Max tries to save it. I also watch it and think, wow, I think she really artfully dealt with that. Like, I think that in the moment, or in memory, it would have felt hideous, but watching it, I went, wow, that's clever, good work, Jazz, And so I think in the middle of all that, somewhere I felt like she had it and she was onto it, because she really was, like she had this character down. But yeah, it really affected her, because there was some genuine reaction and some really aggressive reaction. I don't know what's right and wrong. I don't think it's wrong to say I feel like this.
There's no one reason why that happened either. There was a sense of occasion that everyone was bubbly and excited. There was a little bit of misunderstanding about what we were dealing with and how effective it would be. I didn't think people were going to fall for some of the moments as easily.
Especially not live.
The suspension of disbelief I didn't think was really going to be there as much as it was, like to the point where it was disruptive.
Yeah, and so it was all really unexpected and all so intense. I remember coming off of it on quite a high. Genuinely coming off of it on quite a high. Like I felt like I'd rode a roller coaster that was just out of control, but we still made it to the end and nobody died. That's pretty much how it felt. And so I remember being quite zingy, and plus I've been up since 4 cooking and stuff, and it was mental. So yeah, I remember being really hyped and really happy with how it all turned out, regardless of whether it happened or not. And I also felt like it was a really great tester. If it didn't air, if it didn't go live, sorry, then great, we got to have a pre-run, and we wouldn't have got that before. And if it did go live, then woohoo, we also did it. So I didn't really see cup half empty about it at all. But the experience was so taxing and so intense and so time consuming it wasn't something. It wasn't really an option. I think Max said he'd do it if he had to, but he, really didn't want to have to. And we didn't hear back from Jazz, unfortunately. But at the same time, it was a huge, terrifying leap into unknown. And I think the cast handled it brilliantly. Particularly Max and Jazz being younger actors than me, anyway. And it was a pretty incredible process and journey's gone, and the reflection of audience about both of those characters after the sudden realisation they got duped by Jenna.
And the audience realised it
but
too,
it was way too late. They couldn't be empathetic anymore because it was done. And it wasn't until they reflected that they realised it, and by then, unfortunately,
that
Jazz had
rippled
left
through the audience after. Yeah.
when that discussion started going down, because we never ended up having a debrief at the end of the show live. When the audience were talking about that and making realisations and turning around and looking at me and going, you are just as bad. And I copped a little bit of hit from quite a few of them, and they all agreed. But unfortunately, Jazz had left by that point in time to drive home. So it was really interesting that people did. It was like a delayed reaction where they realised they'd got done by getting done by hang on a minute, manipulation upon manipulation, and then the box opens up and they can see what all the layers were, and they go, hang on a minute, if this is the way that world works, and you did this and that happened there, and they put it all together, like a delayed reaction puzzle they put together in their heads, and they go ding, 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 hang on. So it was really interesting that response happened, but it's not something that you can see.
But it's good from a creative, like a writing point, like you can create that sense of, that's a good play, isn't it? Like that's, wow, I got duped, no, it was
it was a good hour or so after.
It
was definitely a good hour and a half after the show finished that people started going, hey, you know what? So it definitely had that delayed response where people suddenly...
the fact that they were thinking about it
realised.
an hour and a half afterwards is awesome. That was nice. Good attempt.
So it was really incredible. And they were also vocalising how they were shocked at how it affected them. One person mentioned that they were sitting there feeling like, shit, they know did Michael and Nikki know about my life? Because this kind of happened to me. And stuff, I didn't think I told anyone about this, so like, this is real online stuff going on, and it is important, and people don't really know how to manage it all yet. So it's cutting edge in lots of ways, I guess. I don't know, I'm rambling now.
I think we've done on this episode. I think we've streamed for as long as my bladder will let me. So that seemed to be reasonably successful from a technical point of view. Let's do another one soon, and we'll
do the next episode in a month. You'll
keep posted.
We'll keep
we might
posted.
actually tell everyone before we do it this time.
It's really interesting. It's really interesting that as we develop and begin to burrow deeper and deeper, we discover more and more, and we unlock more and more of how to make this whole thing fluid. So stick with us. We'll be back.